A first alert update, prosecutors refile a charge against a convenience store clerk in Fond du Lac County. Sanju Paudel once again faces 2 counts of providing alcohol to a minor resulting in death. Both counts now carry a modifier as party to a crime. As we reported back in January, prosecutors say hours after Paudel sold alcohol to teenager Tommy Koenig, the speeding car he was driving hit a tree in Taycheedah, killing him and passenger Nevin Zock. Last month, the judge dismissed one of the charges without prejudice, meaning prosecutors had the option of filing it once again. Court records indicate Paudel's arraignment is now set for August 20.